My name is Andrew Davis. I'm an advocate and solicitor, and I practice in the firm Messer Andrew Davis & Co. Our firm was incorporated in the year 2002, and we've been in practice since then. Well, we predominantly do a lot of litigation, basically commercial and civil litigation. Of course, we do other matters as well, being a small firm, but predominantly this is our area of work and specialization. Well, I've been using LexisNexis research platform, I would say, in the last 6 to 7 years. When you're a lawyer, irrespective of whether you're in litigation or not, research is something predominant, which is very essential and integral. Even more so for firms like us who do litigation, because when we are in the courts, very often we need to be able to substantiate the points that we're making with case laws, and in this respect we require research engines and platforms that are available, such as those available by LexisNexis. Certainly it has. It's either you do it manually or use electronic means, such as the ones provided by you. Initially you use the manual means, but that can be time consuming. Especially your products come in very useful where you sometimes as lawyers we get a brief at a very short notice, and then you may even have to turn up in court in 1 or 2 days' time, or maybe even the next day when it's an injunction matter. So in this respect, you need search engines and platforms such as yours, which enables us in a very short period of time to be able to do some effective research and be ready for court. The Lexis Malaysia was certainly a welcome opportunity from the manual means of research that we've been doing. You see, the manual means, as I explained earlier, can be time consuming, and we've been so used to manual, so it was a little bit of a culture shock when we moved in, but definitely the Lexis Nexis platform was useful, and it was something welcomed. Well, personally, the one that I'm most happy about is the Lexis Advance itself. Enables you to do more effective research in an even shorter period of time. The LexisNexis platform certainly reduced our time of research, but the advanced research is such that when you key in certain keywords, the cases that you get on the very top is the most relevant cases. So very often within the first 5 or 10 cases, you've got what you want. But there are times you've got to go further down before you get that case that suits your facts mostly. I think what I like most about Lexis Advance is when you look at the page, all those boxes are there, and it's a reminder as to the options that are available to you. Now, about the red box, what I like so much is, it's less complicated. It's less technical. You just key in the words. From my experience, it is more often the natural words that you put in, and there's no need for connectors, unlike the previous platform that you had. And these array of features makes it so much more useful, and it's so much more pleasure. Of course, it is hard work, but it makes it so much more effective research that one can undertake. And then the other one would be the online folders that increase your effectiveness. You see, sometimes when you've come across a case, now if you want to do some annotations, previously you have to print it out, perhaps highlight, and then make some notes on it. But now you can electronically do it. You can save it for reference at a later time, or you can even share those cases with annotations and highlights with your friends or colleagues. Like in our firm, there are 3 of us, so it makes it so much easier in that sense. Now, the other tool that I'm very fascinated about is the history, where you have this feature where you are able to locate whatever cases that you have researched in the past. You see, for instance, say you are researching on a certain area of law, and you read about 20, 30, 40 cases. Along the way, you would have come across a case which is not relevant at that time, but sometime in the future, you're working on a different case and you said, look, there was this case I read about a week ago. How do I locate? Under the previous regime, it was not all that easy to locate the case. Sometimes it's like looking for a needle in the haystack. But with the present Lexis Advance, what happens is you have the research map and the trail maps with which you are able to very likely locate the case that you read probably a week or 2 weeks ago. I would certainly recommend LexisNexis products to my colleagues and perhaps academics or whoever who wants to do research. Now, my reason for this is that, especially more so with the Lexis Advance, a lot of AI has been incorporated into it, and that sort of makes it a tool which is so much easier to work with, so much more friendlier and so much more effective. And the other thing I like about LexisNexis is, when you're a smaller firm or a medium-sized firm, you have limitations of journals and textbooks. But with LexisNexis, I think it creates that level playing field. Of course, you got to subscribe for LexisNexis, and then you don't have to be bothered by the constraint of space, because all the books and journals are electronically available. So you don't have to worry about physical space and storage, especially even so when rentals are becoming so much more costly at these days. And lastly, what I like about LexisNexis is the initiative that is taken by them. You see, basically what LexisNexis in a lot of their products they are doing is they are bringing the future to us or getting us prepared for the future. I look at it that what LexisNexis is doing is they are bridging the present and the future. So for this, I would like to commend Lexis Advance.